Is this your first time applying for scholarships or admissions abroad, or you are even deciding to do so soon? Or maybe you have also been applying before and not getting the admissions or getting rejections for the scholarships you are applying for. Then this video is for you, because here I will be explaining the things you need to bear in mind before applying for scholarships or even admissions abroad, and also to know what to do, the things, the right documents to have in place, and how to approach your applications correctly. These are based on my experience. Remember, experience is the best teacher. So I would like you to learn from my experience. Hi, my name is Chinaza and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time being here, you're very welcome, and please do not forget to subscribe. If also you are a returning subscriber, welcome my noble friend. It's very great to see you again. So today in this video, we'll be looking at how to approach your scholarship and admission applications. I'm making this video because some people have reached out to me. They want to apply for scholarships, or they've been applying and don't know whether what they are doing it right, or don't even know where to start. Now this is just a package for you to know what to do and things you need to put in place or bear in mind before starting, or before starting the next applications you are about to submit. So I hope you will stay with me till the end of this video, so you will learn one or two very important things based on my own experience. I said experience is the best teacher. Why I said this is because I know how I moved from not even paying attention to details when it comes to submitting applications for admissions and scholarships, to paying serious attention to my applications. So I hope you learn from this and know the things you need to put together and get ready for your next applications. So without wasting much of our time, one of the things I've mentioned here is reading the websites diligently. This is very important. I don't know how to emphasize this, but it's very important that you read the website of any scholarship body, or any admission, any course, any program that you are applying for. It's by doing so you will understand a lot of things about that very program or that scholarship. So if you don't know how to read, if you just like to read other things, other stories online, but not scholarship or admissions or school websites to understand what you need to do right before submitting your applications, then you should really think about that. I am telling you today that you should focus on understanding what every information on the very website, because it will help you a lot. I remember when someone contacted me, I sent a link to this person and she was like, "Oh, so what should I do? I sent you a link and you are not looking at this link. How do you want me to help you?" If somebody shares a link with you to apply for a scholarship or admission, please just do well to go through the website, read and understand that very all the information that are on the website. So the second thing I have here is understanding the visions and goal of any funding body or program that you are applying for, no matter whether it's for scholarships or whether it's for admission. Understand the course content. I will start with this. When you understand the vision and the goal of a particular, let's say, funding program or funding body or scheme, you will understand, you will know better how to approach, or whether you are a suitable candidate for that very scholarship. So let's take, for example, Chevening as an example. Chevening is currently ongoing and you want to apply. The next thing you should do is go to the Chevening website and look through the home, the about Chevening, like go to About Us, go through any blog they have, so you understand what they want their scholars to be like, who the kind of candidates they are looking for, and what they are looking for in you that will position you to apply for that scholarship properly and successfully. So by understanding this, you will know what and how to even write your essays or any kind of essays they will present to you in the application portal. So when it comes to programs as well, you should understand the modules, the course content, and everything you need to whatever you're going to study in that program. Because I believe that if you don't understand these things, you may find it hard at making your applications or even submitting motivational letters or whatever they will require from you. And also getting to know other information that will be on the website so that it will help you to know why these people are funding you. Like, for example, if you understand why they want to fund you, why they are funding candidates from your country or from wherever or from every part of the world, then you will understand whether you are qualified and how you can structure or draft your essay to hit the most important thing about that scholarship that will be compelling to the people that will evaluate your essays and applications. So when it comes to the course, for example, you want to apply for admission, let's say food science in the University of let's say Toronto, you have to go to the website of this very school, the course, and understand what they do. Go to the course content, the course module. What do they offer? What they are offering, does it align with what you have? And these things will also help you when you are writing your motivational letters or trying to write any response, let's say statement of purpose for admissions. And when it comes to, for example, Erasmus, I'm using these things as an example so that nothing will be left behind. Let's say Erasmus, you're applying for a program to get admission and scholarship for an Erasmus Mundus program. You will have to understand the course content of this very course. If you don't understand the course content and the course modules, you may not even know whether you are qualified for it. But then if you can understand and read through the website and understand the course modules and the course content, then you can align what you have done, let's say from your bachelor's degree, and let's say your work experience, you can align that with the course modules. That will show how you have been able to explore the website and how you're already into this program. I remember I did some such kind of thing in those my winning essays. I tried to align what I have been doing and what I did also in my undergraduate studies with the program, so that making it look like, look, I did this already and I'm trying to get to this point, but I can't get to this point in my career if I don't study this. Because what? Because in your course, I saw that there is this course module, one or two mention that will help you to understand this better, to move forward. You understand what I am trying to say. In the next coming videos, we'll be looking at the winning motivational letters and statement of purposes, or even scholarships scholarship essays that may help us to explain this. But I hope you really understand what I mean here. So please bear this in mind. Let me recap. Go through the course modules, go through the about us of the scholarship scheme you're applying for. It will help you a lot to know what they are looking for. Now, the next thing we are going to look at is going through the program requirements and timeline. This is very important because if you don't understand the requirements, how will you even understand whether you are qualified for that program? I remember somebody, I will just be using examples. I remember that a friend shared a link to Chevening scholarship to apply. She began to apply not knowing that the Chevening application requires you to have 2,800 hours of work experience. I mean, if you don't check the requirements of what these scholarships require or the course you're applying for require, you may just end up wasting time to submit an application without being qualified. So one very important thing you should bear in mind is that looking through the program requirements is very important. When I was making my applications, I remember I had this journal. So in that journal, I write every scholarship or program or admission I want to apply for the course, the requirements. list it, and then make sure you have or you are able to provide those requirements. Like, if you have it, or do you have access to providing such kind of requirements? Do you, if they require English test, do you think that you can provide that? So these are the things you should also bear in mind, okay, when looking through the requirements. When you list it, how many referees do they want? It's from that requirements you will know. If you don't know and just jump into applying, you will end up not even, like, not submitting, or maybe submitting a poor application. All I want for you is to be successful in your application. So you have to pay attention to details. That's this all everything I'm saying now boils down to paying attention to details. So when you look through the program requirements, you will know what you may want. Now we are going to look at some of the requirements, major requirements, and program dependent requirements, or scholarship dependent requirements for scholarships, for admissions, that you should have ready. Some should be ready before making your applications, and some of them should be available, like some of them should come later in the application process. You may submit that after the submission of the applications. So let's just look at them. First, I have here is the academic transcripts and certificates. It's not all the universities or scholarships that require you to submit your bachelor's certificate, but majority of them will require you to submit your academic transcript. Okay, so that you can show your study. Let's say you're applying for undergraduate study, you are submitting maybe your high school results, and let's say you're applying for master's or PhD, you should have your bachelor's degree transcript or even certificate, depending on what the program requires. So that's why you should pay attention to details and find that information on when to submit those academic transcripts or certificates. And the second, just before I go on, so if you are planning to submit applications on this coming season, please just go and order for your academic transcripts from, if you are still in your final year of undergraduate, go to your head office and ask for your transcript from your first year to, let's say, your final year first or second semester. These are the things you will require to submit applications. And if you have already graduated, please reach out to your school, find out how to order for your transcripts so that you can have it handy when you start applying for scholarships, okay? And the second thing I want to mention here is having your passports ready. Do you have your passports? That's what we call international passports in Nigeria. So if you have your passports ready, then you can already start applying, because some of the scholarships or programs you will apply for will want you to put in your passport ID number. Okay, so if you don't have that, and sometimes they are marked red, like required. So if you don't have it, then you already know you are not submitting, you are not going forward with the applications. So these are the things you need to get ready, okay, so that you will be ready to submit applications, ready to submit any kind of admissions or scholarship applications you want to submit this coming scholarship season. Some already are open. For example, Chevening, it's open and you need to submit such kind of documents. Then another thing is your academic CV. You need to have a standard academic CV, and you need to know how to structure your CV properly to submit a standard CV, okay? And some programs require, for example, Erasmus some of the programs require Europass CV. We'll be treating that in one of the upcoming videos on how to fill in the Europass CV. I will do that for you. Remember, I'm here to help you go through these very processes. I really want you to study abroad. Studying abroad, it's very good, especially if you're studying abroad on scholarship, okay? No matter wherever you want to study, whether you are in another country wanting to study in another country, these are the things you just need to bear in mind, okay? So, moving forward, there is also letters of recommendation. Now, when you are looking at the program requirements, you will want to, one of the things you really should pay attention to is letters of recommendation. how many referee does the program or the admission, sorry, or the scholarship scheme require? If they require two, then you should, in that your journal, make notes that this scholarship, this program require two referees. Okay. Now, if they require three, if they require academic referees and your workplace referee, like your boss at work, then note these are the things you need to note and pay attention to. So you don't go and submit three academic referees when you should also include one of your professional referees, like where you work. So bear this in mind so that you can submit the right referee letter. Okay, and these are the things you should bear in mind so that you don't confuse your referees, who's people who will be submitting recommendation letters for you. Okay, and so these are the major things that most programs and scholarship schemes or funding bodies require. Then moving forward, you have some programs and scholarship dependent and documents and things you need to submit. For example, some will require your statement of purpose, writing why they should consider you for this very scholarship. Some of them give you prompts on how to write either the statement of purpose, they can call it motivational letters, they can call it cover letters, anyone they call it. Just bear in mind that what they are trying to find from you is why they should consider you for the admission, why they should consider you for the scholarship applications, and how you are a suitable candidate for all that programs and scholarships. Okay, so bear this in mind. Some of them also, it's like different kinds of essays. There are different essay prompts that you need to respond to. Some will give you the number of words they require you to write. So also pay attention to the words limit, the word limit. If they say 250, stick to 250. If they say maximum of 500, then you should write something like 400 to 450 or 300. Sometimes it's more like the quality of your essay and not just the word. But please do not write something like just 100 words if they ask you for 500 words. At least there are things you should think about to write so you can make up your 400 at least, or 350 at least, up to between 350 to 500. So just bear that in mind. Okay, this is just my own experience. I don't like to write below 400 when any essay prompt says 500 word limit. I just like to exhaust. Sometimes I'm even on 499, full stop. So that's it. So another thing is the English proficiency test. Some scholarships, some funding bodies have waived this, some do not. Some you still need to prove your English proficiency with either the IELTS or whatever type of English test they require. So if you don't go through the program requirements, you will not find this out. So please make sure you pay attention to the program requirements. If you jump one or two information, it's you that will lose. So make sure you go through the information and get it right. I remember that there are some schools that I applied to in the UK. They mentioned you have to submit English requirement, like proof of English proficiency. But I reached out to some of them and asked them that I studied in English from nursery to university and I was assessed in English and all that information. So when I was asking them whether I should still submit, let's say IELTS results, so they went forward to tell me no, that you can submit my WAEC results and or any NECO results, any high school certificate, something like that. Some of them were very specific with WAEC or NECO. So I submitted my WAEC results to prove my English proficiency. You should have, I think some of the schools says you should have at least 6.6 in your English, your WAEC or NECO. So these are the things you should bear in mind as well. So one very important thing I want to mention here is always reach out to the program or the funding body or whoever if you want to If you are very confused with any information on the website, reach out. They always respond. So check for their contact information and send an email. Don't hesitate to do so. And that will even help you to overcome some communication fear that you may have. When you become good with writing your emails and sending to make inquiries or find out information for your applications, it even makes it easy for you to understand things more easier and better than the way you usually do. Okay, so the next thing here is I've mentioned WAEC and NECO. So for NECO, I remember I bought some scratch cards, submitted. I can't remember, but yeah, this is what I did. I bought some scratch cards so that they can scratch it and see it on the website and see my result. Okay, so something like that. But I remember one of the schools requested for a scratch card. Then the next thing is police character certificate. Some programs will require you to submit a police character certificate. I remember I applied for a scholarship then in 2019 that required police character certificate. So I went to the police station to get that. Yeah. So not all programs, just be sure. Some schools in Europe may require that as well. So just pay attention to details. If you don't pay attention, you won't know which of the schools or funding bodies will require this police character certificate. Then some also will require your birth certificate to confirm your date of birth. These are the information you need to find out yourself. And then some of them also require proof of residence or local government identity to prove where you are living. I think some of the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Scholarships will require this because they use it to calculate your whatever thing they want to calculate and also know where their applicants are coming from in different parts of the world, So that is that for the requirements, okay? And the next thing now we'll be looking at is, remember I mentioned paying attention to the program timeline or the scholarship timeline. When somebody shares scholarship link or any application to you, or you are interested in applying for any program, one thing you should do is to check the timeline, check the application deadline. That will help you a lot. Let's say the application deadline is next week. Remember, it's not only about you writing the essays and submitting some documents you already have in hand. Hope you know you have your referees that will submit referee letter or letter of recommendations for you. So unless this very scholarship requires you to submit your referee letter after the deadline, then you are fine. But these are all the things you need to find out from the website before making your application. So, but if this is not the case, that you are meant to submit the names of your referees that you are meant to submit your, let's say, your referee letter the deadline, or the day you are submitting the application, that's the deadline for the application. How will you even contact your referee? How? Like, giving that time and room and understanding the deadline will help you to submit a proper application. Start early. If there is any scholarship you are thinking of applying that is not yet open, get a book like this. Get a book, okay? When you get a book, write the name of the scholarship, write that, or the admission or the school, write the date it begins and the date it ends, so that within that period you can submit all the documents that are required. Submit whatever that is required of you, okay? So these are the important things you need to bear in mind. Also, knowing the timeline and the deadline will help you to submit a strong application. You have time, like very good time to write your essays, because writing your essays is not something you just wake up and do. Maybe you are good in writing, but writing a very strong essay, compelling essay will require some time. For me, even when I'm done filling a scholarship application form online, I don't submit yet. I just wait, take 1 week, some days. I wake up, I look at my essays, read it again, afresh. You can even give someone to read for you and just understand whether what you are writing makes sense the second day, the third day, the fourth day, repeatedly. And then before you are very confident with your applications, to go on and submit. So, and also it gives you more time to have more information, to provide information for your referees on what you are doing, the applications you are applying for. So please bear this in mind. And there is something I want to say about referees. Let's say you have gotten admission and you've traveled, you've gotten this admission you have been looking for, the scholarship you have been waiting for, and you traveled, and you never contacted your referee to say thank you or to update them about your application. Please, that's not right. I just will advise you to please reach out to your referee. Let's say here they've helped you in one or two applications. Reach out, appreciate them, because there are other applications coming up in the nearest future. Or maybe you submitted last year, you didn't get the scholarship. Tell your referee that you didn't get it, so that they will expect another so they will expect your email this coming year. Okay, if you don't do this, you will leave them, and the next day you come again. Hey, doctor, this I want to submit an application, please can you. It doesn't show that you respect their time. It doesn't show that you're respectful or you're even appreciative. I would suggest that you reach out, keep connections with your referee. Okay, and before I leave this part, for undergraduate students who are currently in their final year, or you are in the school first year, second year, third year, no matter what year you are, please make sure that you have you connect with your professors, your lecturers properly, and build that network with them, so that when you graduate and you're applying for admissions to study abroad or for anything at all, they will be the ones to provide referee letter for you, especially if the program or the funding body requires you to submit, let's say, academic referee. You know, they are still the one that you reach out to. So why not make that connection, so that by the time you graduate, they will always have you in mind. Like if you say, oh ma, I'm Chinaza. If I was in your class, you're like, oh Chinaza, I remember you. How are you? You know, it's not like I'm Chinaza, please they don't know you, they don't know where to start from. So try to keep that connection very well. This is one thing I love to tell undergraduate students. It's very important. So anyway, that's it for that. And let's move forward. The next thing I have here is going through the frequently asked questions. I don't know how to emphasize on this, because you know how important going through the frequently asked question is when you are trying to apply for any scholarship or admission. It basically answers a lot of questions. And then after going through that, you can now know whether there is still a problem you are encountering in your applications that you can ask the scholarship body or the program coordinators through the emails they've provided on their website. So if you can go through these very frequently asked questions, it will help you a lot. It will help answer your questions. It will clear some doubts you may have. Important doubts, but at least you understand that properly. And you have to do this before reaching out to any contact email or contact number that they've provided. I remember when I was applying for Chibnin, I said it in my previous video where I explained Chibnin scholarship application. I remember how I reached out to one of the Chibnin alumna, and she told me to go take 1 week and read the Chibnin application as the Chibnin website and read the frequently asked questions. I was like, but I applied last year, just answer my question, I just want you to mentor me. She didn't accept. She said I should take time and read. So remember, I applied for Chibnin the previous year, and I was going to apply again, and I was directed to read the frequently asked questions. My goodness, I read the frequently asked questions, went through them, read through the website, went through the website, explored the website again, because that was my second time. This is not my first time. So I was trying to do things right. I read through the frequently asked questions, I understood a lot of things. And when I come to Facebook and see people asking questions, random, all these Facebook groups for particular scholarships, and asking random questions that are already on the frequently asked questions, I'm like, why is this person asking this question? These questions have already been answered by Chibnin. You see, So reading the frequently asked questions help you a lot, gives you a lot of information to have in mind before making your applications. It clears your doubts a lot. Okay, so make sure you go through the frequently asked questions of your program, of the scholarship body scheme, or whatever you are applying for, to understand what they have said. Are you having doubts about the English proof of English proficiency requirement? Go through the frequently asked questions first before you shoot an email. Whatever you are having doubts of, some people may be asking, let's say for Chevening, do I need admission before I apply for a Chevening scholarship? Or Chevening have already answered these questions on their frequently asked questions. That's why I keep directing you to the frequently asked questions. If you want to start this application journey, you really need to be patient enough to read. And I keep emphasizing that. I hope you can understand these tips so that you can successfully position yourself for scholarship. Having this wealth of knowledge, having understanding things about the scholarship or the program you are applying for will help you a lot in even writing your essays, in moving forward as fast as possible with your application. Imagine if the question you are sending to the email they provide for contact, it's already in the frequently asked questions. You are wasting time waiting for the email. Let's say they respond to you in 3 days or 1 week. You've wasted a lot of days already. So why not go through the frequently asked questions? Treasures are there. Find out the information for yourself, okay? And you can even be the one that provide answers to a lot of people online, or whoever that reaches out to you. The next thing I want to talk about is more like people who have graduated with 2.3, sorry, which one is 2.3 again? 2.2 third class. And please, I want to emphasize on this, like take time to talk about this. Do not limit yourself. I've seen people who made 2.2 and got Chevening, Erasmus, and some other wonderful scholarships abroad in the US, in Canada, in different parts of the world, and in Europe. So do not limit yourself. All you need to do is to back up your degree or whatever results you have with other things like other work experiences, volunteering, maybe some courses that you did, or you've published papers with your professors in school or whatever, or let's say you did other things, like back it up, because some courses, some programs, some scholarships require work experience. So they don't even care whether you made first class or second class or third class. Can you imagine that? Why would that thing fall now? So don't even allow anything to limit you. Never think that, oh, because you got this, you can't. No. And if you get 2.1, you should apply. Any result you have, apply. For me, I got 2.1. I didn't limit myself. Whatever a first class student will get, I will get. I don't care. Whatever a second. You will even see, maybe in some applications, they will even give somebody that got third class or second class lower the position, the scholarship, and they won't give the first class student. Why? Because there are things they are looking out for. Different scholarships, different funding bodies have different things they are looking out for. So it's left for you to find out what. And that's why I keep referring to understanding the goal, the objective, the vision of a particular program, of a particular course, of a particular funding body, or whatever scholarship you're applying for. Understand what they want. It's by understanding it that you will know. Unless they specifically say you must have a first class equivalence. I've applied for a scholarship that was very specific with that. So if you know you didn't even make first class, forget about it. You understand? Those ones, that's their goal, that's their vision. But there are ones that don't care about all those things. All they want is to see the leader in you. All they want is to see the passion in you. And these are the things that will help you succeed in your application, okay? So don't give any excuse this year. There is no excuse unless you are too lazy. Apply for the scholarship you want to apply for. And I really wish you good luck, believe me. So just to conclude, we've said different things, and I just want to make a recap. Remember how you should approach your scholarship or even admission applications. You should be able to diligently read the scholarship or the program website. Make sure that you understand the timeline and also the requirements of this very program or scholarship that you are applying for. Also, go through frequently asked questions. Also, do not limit yourself, even no matter whatever results you have. All you should do is to back it up with other great experiences you have, like work experiences, volunteering experiences, or even short courses that you must have done to improve your results. So do not limit yourself in any way. This video, I believe, is very important for anyone who is applying for scholarships or who has been applying and getting things wrong. Then this is time. Please make changes, make a U-turn. Do the right thing. Share this video. If you have any questions at all, please do well to leave it on the comment section. I will be very willing to respond to all your questions. Just to give you a heads up, I will be answering questions in this channel. Like any questions that you may have, leave it on the comment section. In any of my videos, I'll make a video where I will answer all the questions I've gotten so far. I may be doing that every month so that I can respond as fast as possible in case you need that very information to make applications for your scholarship. Okay, so I really wish you good luck in everything you do in these applications, no matter whether you're applying to sponsor yourself or to get a scholarship. I wish you good luck and see you in the next video. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you do so. Okay, bye.